Hello viewers, and welcome to the final bonus episode of Pikmin 2. I completed the game in the last main video, so in this one I should be going over the final bonus content here. And then other than that, there's really not much more to look at in this game except for the challenge mode missions, which I may or may not do a series on at another time. And when it comes to Pikmin 3, I'm not sure if I'll play that game. I don't get me wrong, I love it. It's a great part of the series. It's my least favorite, but that doesn't mean it's bad. We'll see. Maybe I'll make a let's play Pikmin 3 in the future. But for now, let's look at this here. We've collected the Succulent series. Plunge into the juicy world of alien cuisine. We're gonna get a lot of new series here. You collected the Nature's Candy series. This is going to be a long video, I can already tell. There's going to be lots of reading to wrap up the bonus content, but I'm fine with that. I've got my water bottle. Avant-garde veggies for modern gourmets. Alright. The Xenoflora series, botanists will fog their spectacles over these wonders. I love that, fog their spectacles. Paleontology series, who knows what beast left these behind? Big mystery. Ancient Secrets series, this old junk will make romantics weep with joy, so they acknowledge it's junk. Tortured Artist series, everyone's inner artist will crave this set. Love it, love it. Let's see what's next. Space Love series, these designs transcend intergalactic cultural barriers. Fascinating. Crystallized Emotion series, with a flashy name, you can sell anything. I can't decide if he's a good salesman or not. The ship. Dream series. Consumers hear the word dream and open their wallets. Blast from the Past series. My nostalgic pitch will transform these oldies into hits. Nostalgia is a very powerful tool for selling things. That's for sure. Massive Receptacle series. Hokatations could practically live in these. Yeah, food storage so large you can live in it. Ancient Ad series, these persuasive logos are amazing attention grabbers. The ship will learn from the best. You got the Titan Dweevil series. Entomologists and film directors will buy them by the whole load. There's a whole series just for the final boss's treasure. And we do have Louis here. We'll take a look at Louis last. That's funny. That is funny. Yeah, let's start with this. The Wistful Wild is an especially vicious region. The creatures there have had to battle hard to survive in this unforgiving landscape. That's probably why they evolved at such an ill temper. For instance, this plant's berries suck the nutrition from the surrounding flora. Does that really happen? Oh, stupid question. I'm sure that does happen in nature. There's no way it doesn't. Species are always, competing for resources after all. The fruit on this planet is astonishingly large. If we could cultivate these ample fruits on Hokotate, nobody would ever go hungry again. Sadly, I don't know anything about agriculture. Maybe I should have listened to my wife when she told me to do yard work. I mean, I do a lot of yard work. Doesn't really equate to knowledge of agriculture, though. This sumptuous nugget may look delicious, but internal scans indicate a parasitic infestation. The ship can't stand to even look at these pests, let alone store them, but I had to put my foot down on this one. Fascinating. Fate's tapestry has unraveled. Tomorrow weeps, romance has fallen, love is madness. To mend the rift between two crossed lovers, this is the ultimate weapon in Cupid's arsenal. So poetic, oh my god. This fruit is born of bright sunlight and cheerful warmth. Come, all you gloomy naysayers. One bite and even sad sacks will become foolhardy optimists. Suddenly I feel the need to buy a strawberry. Eat one today and change your life. Dude, I could use that. I'll spend 170 Pokos, no problem. Everything is best in moderation. This fruit is the perfect example of too much of a good thing. Its devastating sweetness is like an act of violence on the palate. Scurrying, all with succulence. How do you say that word? I think it's scurrying. This item's docile efficiency evokes images of wealth and greed. Behold life's essence. You guys must think I'm not a good reader. I am stammering like crazy. Fruits cannot be judged by their outer coverings, no matter how hairy. This one is quite yummy. It is times like these that make me wish I were equipped with advanced tasting capabilities. I added a suffix there, but that's okay. Awash in color and sugars, this item makes an ideal home for many insect species. I'm sure this is valuable to the scientific community, but it has little value as a commodity. I don't know, people have ant farms. People might dig that. The thick, acidic rind of this item is proof positive of its highly elevated mental functions. I'm sorry, what? The acidic rind is proof of elevated mental functions. What? When I assess it, I am somehow reminded of a particularly hateful superior. Hurry up and devour it. The president? Who are you referring to? I guess it's kind of shaped like the president's head. Delicious fried or baked, this is an invitation for your taste buds to the world of natural delights. As superior as I am, I must leave recipe recommendations to others. Machines are bad liars. You're stretching the truth a lot with these sales pitches, though. A quick-growing plant, good for garden hobbyists or for a snack. Use it however you see fit. You only have one of these. They're selling these like they have 1,000 to give. This plant has grown fat on the blessings of the land. Its nutritional value must be high. I'm sure it is. One bite and your heart will be filled with a burning fever. Is it feeling love or hallucination? What's the difference? No, I'm just kidding. A vegetable with spiciness beyond description. None want to eat it, so it must be healthy. That's brilliant. Nutrition-conscious people of today, numb your palate and eat. I'm gonna make sure my mic is recording because the last video I recorded, it actually did not pick up any of my vocals, and that would be terrible if I did a 45-minute video and nothing came through, and it looks like it is recording. Okay, good. Phew! Good to check early. What a shocking taste! I suppose young people like Louis might find it tasty, but the flavor is too intense for me. One bite of this and the surprisingly earthy flavor will send your hiccups packing. Older individuals with a history of heart conditions should devour this with caution. Yikes. This poisonous mushroom is so malicious I cannot even bear to look at it. This fatal fungus overflows with venom and is perilous indeed. Fatal fungus? That sounds like a treasure name all on its own. Eat one of these and you'll grow twice your normal size. Perfect for skinny beings unable to pack on any girth. I need that. I'm actually struggling, I need to gain some weight and I'm actually struggling with that. Give me the grocery. This plant closely resembles the pride and joy of hokitate. The comfort of its familiar form and the surprise of its unexpected taste mingle to form veggie harmony? Try it in some hot soup today. Onions are the pride of hokitate? Interesting. The perfect plant for extra credit research for a Hokitate elementary pupil science fair. You can be the dad to rely on to help with homework as long as you possess this beauty. Interesting. Life finds a way across galaxies. Can a plant from a primitive planet take root in Hokitate? Whoa. Watch what you're calling a primitive planet, alright? Take root in Hokitate soil? Won't you invest in this romantic pursuit? Sure. Perfect for those who love natural designs in their home. This leaf... What is that word? This leaf, applique? Applique. It's not applique. That's a Spanish rule for QUE. Applique? Is a bargain. Use it in pieces or cover an entire wall in leafiness. What does applique mean? Applique? Life is full, but short. Is this one of those short-lived life forms that changes shape as it ages? Even though it is dried out, it has not lost its unique charm. I love pine cones. I have decorative pine cones in my house, actually. This common, ordinary nut somehow reminds me of myself and fills me with sadness. It reminds you of yourself and it makes you sad? Are you okay, buddy? What about this one? Looks exactly the same. This fellow has consumed more nutrients than necessary and now possesses superior fatness. In our harsh world, this is a lifestyle to envy. Yeah, I mean, being fat was a sign of wealth back in the day, right? Oh wait, we have to read Olimar's notes on this. This rotund nut reminds me of the president's sizable girth. Fascinating. Thank you for your input, Olimar. Okay, we read all of these already. All of the plants in this region have interesting characteristics. He's gonna think that carving's natural. Like this freakish one, for example. Lately, I've started the habit of tasting new discoveries. It may be dangerous to eat unfamiliar plants, but I've only gotten violently sick a few times. Only a few times, it's not so bad. This mutated gourd of titanic proportions is filled with bad seeds. A score if you adore revulsion. A score if you adore revulsion. What a sentence. Put this in a natural history museum and watch the visitors line up waving money. This giant statue was found on a savage planet and comes with its own rumored curse. Does it really come alive under a full moon? Own it and find out. It's terrifying, but it might just work in regards to getting people to see it. A colossal fossil for collectors of bone. Bones this big make bone houses seem not so crazy. What are you talking about? All that's been discovered of this titanic bird is a single feather. Whatever did it look like? Your imagination is the only tool needed to paint a picture of this dream or nightmare bird. It's kind of hard to know how to read the sentence without knowing how the sentence is going to end. You know? Especially since the characters in this game have a habit of run-on sentences. Sorry, I was reading a text. Wait. I gotta read more of these. Can't leave anything left unread. A fossil of an ancient sea inhabitant. It is most desirable despite its unappealing name. Captain Olimar named it without consulting anyone. He could have at least named it after his faithful spaceship. Wow. The slander. A twisted shell whose surface is covered in spikes. The durable housing protects a meal that is said to define deliciousness. Where the meal went is known only to Captain Olimar's crew. Okay. This flavorful item's texture is most agreeable to any life form. Or so my data suggests. Do statements like these, from a machine without taste buds, strike you as odd? I guess it makes, yes, but it makes sense. All that remains of a monster shellfish is a sparkle, the sole proof of its existence. Does this not make you want to treasure it? That makes sense. The marker of a fleeting life form. I would get that. Snickety snackety snip. Think of the colossal creature that had pincers like this. These are the only remains, so your imagination can run wild. Imagination knows no boundaries. Collectors of the rare, assemble. This is a one-of-a-kind specimen of a unique crystal life form. Proof? True collectors need no proof. This romantic piece could be yours today. Olimar, please give me some sanity here. According to my analysis, this advanced contraption can reflect the future of those that peer into it. However, when the president looked into it, he saw total darkness. He said it must have been broken, but I'm not so sure. Oof, I don't know what that means, but it doesn't sound good. Is the future bright or dark and dreary? If you are worried about tomorrow, this is for you. This multi-dimensional crystal visualizes the branches of time and displays the future. That's insane, dude. I don't know if I believe that. This looks exactly like the gyroids that have become so popular on planet Hocotate. Its pitiful expression is beloved by the Hocotate youth. It's popular here on Earth too, with the release of Animal Crossing. Decades of toil with nose to the grindstone, insulting orders swallowed without a hiccup. Such is the life of a salaried man. His name will not be remembered. His family will not understand. But if the results bear out his efforts, That is enough. Now, nose to the grindstone, drone. Unknown merit. Dude, I just got back from like a 9.5-hour work shift. It's depressing. I'm sorry, I'm getting the weirdest text messages right now. I have to pause this video. Okay, I am back. And where did I leave off? Lustrous element, Olimar's journal, let's go. This rare alien metal doesn't exist on Hokotate. Look at that! Look at that! They misspelled Hokotate. What? Why did they put a K instead of a C? That's such a weird mistake to make. Okay, sorry. When I gaze at it, I'm gripping with an overpowering sense of greed. On Hokotate, they did it again! There's a valuable metal with a stunning sheen that has a similar effect. And you know what? I don't think that typo was in the American version, because I feel like I would have remembered this. Perhaps this alluring metal is responsible for many of this planet's woes. You know, that's so depressing. Because human greed really is responsible for a lot of this planet's woes. And who knows what happened to the humans in the Pikmin universe? They're just gone. And now there's like machine spiders walking around with machine guns? Like, what happened? One theory is that artificial intelligence took over the planet and killed off their masters, but not the rest of organic life. Okay, anyway. Talking to the boss, it makes me crave the power to order people around. He just sits on his haunch all day, barking out wildly irrational requests. Ugh, when will it be my turn to be the boss? You'll get there one day, Olimar. Don't give up. Such radiance, such shine. Like magic, this product stimulates greed in all intelligent life forms. Bring your wallets and gather around, buyers. Do not see the irony in that shit. All reason flies in the face of this sparkle. It's not flashy, but it still inspires avarice. I do know what avarice means because I read that when I was a kid and I was like, what does that mean? And then I looked it up and then I found out. So that's cool. Yeah, everyone enjoys decorating in favorite hues, but it's vital to utilize new colors now and then. This tube of goo will surely help you discover a new you. I like it. No artistic inclinations, no color sense, no worries. This no-hassle art implement was found on a primitive planet. From this day forward, you can be an artist of the ages. I'm like weirdly into some of these. Like, I actually want to buy some of this shit. Like, I know it's just a crayon, and I can buy crayons, but the way the ship, like, explains it, if I didn't know what a crayon was, I'd probably be compelled to purchase. But not for, you gotta remember, 30 or 100 Pokos is a year's salary. This is a third of a year's salary, just for a crayon. So maybe I wouldn't be compelled if the price was that steep, but... This is a no-lazy machine that runs out of power. Wait. Shouldn't it be it doesn't run out of power? This is a no-lazy machine that runs out of power. Whatever. This point-honing marvel works anywhere, anytime. The manual operation may tire you out, but the exercise will do you good. Thanks, I guess. The size of this construction rig is astonishing. It could build an entire house in minutes. What are you talking about? It's a pencil sharpener! The strangest part is that I don't see any electrical plug on it anywhere. Surely you don't have to power it manually. Well, if you guys weren't the size of a quarter, then, I mean, it'd be a little more realistic. Poor me. Woe is me. So much work. Pity me. Boo-hoo. Sigh. These phrases fill one with a sense of sadness, and all are evoked by this mysterious charm. I do not understand the connection here. I truly do not understand the correlation here. We've worked so hard. I think I could use some rest and relaxation. However, looking at all the valuable treasures we've collected, I think we'll make a huge fortune. Then I can hire an army of butlers to attend my every whim. You guys are pretty damn rich right now. I guess it's a matter of how much the president is willing to share with you guys. He doesn't seem like the kind of asshole, or he does seem like the kind of asshole that would take a bulk of the money for himself, claiming that it was, you know, under his authority and direction that these treasures were found. I don't know. We're not gonna think about it. I'm just gonna headcanon that Olimar's rich now, and they lived happily ever after. Anyway, the most powerful magnetic force in the universe. The healing properties of a magnetic field relieve backaches, headaches, toothaches, and even dreaded spleen aches. I'm not the smartest guy, but I'm pretty sure magnetic fields don't have healing properties. If I stood in a magnetic field, it's not gonna heal me. If anything, it's gonna cause some health issues, right? Or am I can't take everything this game says seriously. This clam-like sound generator, this is so fabulous, is all natural. The purity of its percussive tone is irresistible. Clack clack. Healing tones are old news? Well, greet the new trend. Super sounds of awakening. Air passing through the inner chamber sounds a high note that acts as an acoustic refreshment. Dude, what on earth? This amazing fortune-telling device follows the flow of fate with eerie accuracy. It calculates the magnetic fields of planets, stars, and living organisms to track the pulse of destiny itself. If you're an optimist who feels that life points both south and north, this is for you. So great. So great. Amazing? More than amazing. It's so overwhelming that my CPU is acting rebooting. What a spectacular find. Was that just like a show you put on? Oh, whoops. The sight of this may warm you when you are cold, a lovely side effect of this valuable treasure. Oh. Long ago, evil forces clashed with the forces of justice. The evil was defeated and locked away in this stone. What? Am I evil for making up such a tale? Justice, please look the other way. Are the parentheses his, like, thoughts, not what he's, like, sharing in the sales pitch? I guess. That's peculiar. When I gaze at the stone, all of my stress seems to wash away. I'm suddenly not so annoyed with my irrational boss and unappreciative underlings. I'm not even annoyed with the tight-fisted corporation I slave each and every day for. Olimar, buddy. Wash away all your stress and angst with the glory of this enduring symbol of love. Okay. We traveled across the universe to this planet pursuing the dream of great discoveries. I found a cavern that symbolizes the goal of our grand expedition, so I've named it the Dream Den. That's nice. This gem holds the shape of the universal symbol of love, yet its cut and light refracting abilities make it a menacing super weapon in disguise. What? It could be used to create a horrifying doomsday death ray, or something even worse. We peaceful machines live in eternal fear of the ability of living beings to turn anything into a weapon. You are really, really scratching the bottom of the barrel here with your sales pitches. Stone, soil, and the stars themselves radiate with delight for the symbol of galactic desire. Sure. Olimar, help me. We found this treasure in a cave teeming with merciless creatures, but we did find this gorgeous jewel, so it wasn't all bad. Update, it turns out that it's just plastic, so it was all bad after all. How are you gonna sell plastic shit? Let's hear it. Those who view this gem's green twinkle become filled with great hopes and expectations. However, it rewards neither. Oh. The artistic sham only provides short-lived happiness. Joyless jewel. 100 Pocos. Interesting. The cold brilliance of this stone will freeze the hearts of all admirers and sap their wills. Men throughout the universe will gaze upon this and be reminded of their wives. Jesus Christ. I know, like, back in the day, it was a common jokes, and it's kind of like boomer humor now, where, like, you just joke about how miserable you are in your marriage, but I am not here for it. It looks like a common gem, but it is actually a female specimen of a gemstone life form. I don't think so. Collect a male and a female, and they will sparkle in the darkness, longing for one another. This is setting up a weird... world of sentient rings. Once again, daydreams come alive. This is not just a fine gem, but a rare, inorganic life form. These are not life forms. Why are you so obsessed with the idea of turning these into creatures? With genders. This communications monitor was found on an uncivilized planet. Sadly, it is broken and it does not work. As such, its purpose cannot be confirmed. Yet, that only heightens its irresistible appeal. Reality or misperception. Either way, you should buy it. This is so weird. They're going off the walls with these little plastic rings. From the shape of it, I've concluded that this is some kind of data transmission monitor. However, Louis and the ship keep telling me that I'm way off target. I told them, if I'm so wrong, what do you think it is? I don't see you suggesting any alternatives. They're just being negative. I'm going with my gut feeling on this one. I hear like my family talking in the background. I hope it's not picking up. Yeah, okay. This creature holds the greatest concentration of knowledge in all of the known universe. No. However, due to its reclusive personality, it pretends to be a mere pebble. Yes. This thought crystal checks your stress levels with its telepathic powers. It is currently all red. Red, red, red! The world is filled with stress, and this is the color that represents our society. We live in a society. According to the ship's scanners, this inanimate object has the capacity to love. Unfortunately, my love is already spoken for. Although, Olimar, do not cheat on your wife with a marble. I will kill you. Don't even entertain the notion, my guy. One of the wisest beings in the universe, this entity also boasts a galactic-sized helping of love. However, due to its shyness, it will never speak of that love. On some level, I can relate. This crystal is empowered with psychokinetic abilities. If it is so inclined, it will use its mighty powers to do physical labor in your stead. When it will be so inclined is unknown, however. Come on. Another of the universe's most intelligent beings. Stop, like, turning these things into sentient creatures beyond understanding. Please. This creature's entire existence, from the birth of the universe to its ultimate collapse, is dedicated to devising a very special joke? It's coming up with the universe's best joke? This mystic crystal has the ability to channel energy between this world and the next. This spiritual connectivity will act as a life navigator for a positive existence. Okay. Alright, ship. Sell me a maternal sculpture. This shape, though the mind forgets, the heart remembers. All sentient life forms must recall the love of their mothers. Okay. Not all sentient life forms. I'm sure that's mostly a mammalian thing, if anything. Oh god, everything froze. Oh, everything's back. Okay. Why is the doll, like, up on a tree stump? That was kind of... This is kind of scary. It's got, like, a power position or something. Shit, I don't know. What an odd doll. I can't stop squeezing it. I've decided to market this doll back home as an exercise apparatus. People could work up a good sweat with this thing. The boss is fairly plump. I'll suggest you use it. Push it, pull it, tackle it, this tough figurine just pops right back up, no matter what. This is just the thing to get you sweating and shedding those extra holiday pounds. Why, our very own company president was able to drop 10% of his body weight. I just don't see the president being one to exercise. I just don't see it. Ugliness that can destroy all beauty drives deep despair into the heart of the beholder. This hideous item is a must-have for connoisseurs of all things wretched and repellent. It's cute! It is not that ugly. This is both the pinnacle of beauty and the nadir of ugliness, the definition of ugly beauty. No word for this state exists, but my databanks indicate that bugly will suffice. That's so great. I'm absolutely adding bugly to my vocabulary. Bugly. Beautiful and ugly. That is great. The perfect gift in this age of overwhelming information, the mute face cherishes silence. This mute face cherishes silence, okay. If you value peace and quiet, why not spend some time staring into this face? No, thank you. 1 hour, 2 hours. I am feeling drowsy. Energy saving mode initiated. That's it! He fell asleep looking at it. Personally, I would not be able to sleep if this thing was anywhere near me staring in my direction. Gaze into these round eyes and experience wave after wave of joy. Yes, love is good. This video is just me practicing my audiobook reading skills. I swear to God. I mentioned it in the last one, but a weird amount of people told me to get into audiobook reading, and I'm like, is my voice that, pleasant? I'll take the compliment, I'm just saying. Just an ordinary spring? Hardly. This is a high-speed thrill ride tested by one of our employees. That would be Captain Olimar. I remember him testing it out in his journal. Jump aboard for a ride so fast it'll make you see other worlds. Sounds fun. This cute color arrangement is really wonderful. The miraculous design painted on the lid must have a big impact on the sense of beauty of the people from Hokitate with its supernatural loveliness. It is going to be very popular, no doubt. Sure. Spin, spin, thump. Spin this on the ground and look. It throws dirt all over, plowing the field. This is the perfect tool for those on Hokitate who want to cultivate mini onions at home. Perplexing mysteries are often solved in unexpected ways. When I was studying this item earlier today, I was astounded at its unbelievable bulk. It was so heavy. I would have never been able to move it without my burly purple Pikmin. Later analysis indicated that this thing is in fact some kind of heavy artillery. I mean... Oh, there's a weight on it. 1K? You could do some serious math to figure out how much a Pikmin can lift if you bother, which I'm not going to right now. An apocalyptic weapon made of super heavy, gravity-compressed materials of unknown origin. The fact that its great weight makes it uncontrollable is, at times, a mild detriment. Please do not start swinging around weights, I swear to God. This is an incredibly dangerous aquatic explosive, which has fortunately never detonated. None know its true destructive power, but this could well be the most cataclysmic weapon ever. It's a freaking fishing bobber. No height is too great to fall from if you possess this. It may be frightening, but get over it. I'm like, I don't tend to laugh, but I swear to God, that's hilarious to me. Once an unknown planet, a megalithic civilization flourished, and this is proof of its existence. Yes, humanity. For hoarders of ancient artifacts, this is a must-have piece. Truly, collectors will crave it. I do not know if that is true or not, but items in demand fetch higher prices. It sure does. This stone carving was lined up with others as if they were meant to protect something. Proof of a megalithic civilization. I wasn't sure about that, but bluffing is paramount. Yeah, it's chess. It's protecting the king. My long journey has led me to this compelling stone. During my quest, I've narrowly escaped being crushed, chewed, ingested, and scorched countless times. But somehow, I persevered, and this stone reminds me of that. It's like it has a personality of its own. I'd like to take it back with me and place it in my garden to commemorate this expedition. You do that, Olimar. For those who care for others, for those who hail subordinates and send them into the unknown, only these few will appreciate this fine, distinctive stone. Did I just describe myself? This appears when you have no money to play the lottery and floats away when you do. The mystic pattern is a magnet for good luck, so at least you can enjoy feeling lucky. Okay. Explorers strive, but fate decides. You can prepare and practice for an expedition, but there's only so much a person can do. Sometimes you have to put your life in fate's hands. I've come to understand this intergalactic truth while I've traveled to the farthest reaches of the universe. Fate and I are pretty close. At the end of a long life, some beings wish to leave the world and stroll in a field of flowers. Does this desire ever come to fruition? I do not know, but this beautiful deck of luck wafers makes me wonder. Even we machines ponder the great power down at the end of the trail. We're getting a little existential here. Like, wow, we're really getting into it. What could he possibly say about a mahjong tile, please? The world is divided into two groups, ones and zeros. No, I think you're just saying that because you're a machine. Are you with a winning or losing group? If you love the thrill of the game but do not care for the outcome, then this stone is for you. It symbolizes both victory and defeat. What a concept. Okay. More powerful than effort, more relentless than talent, luck is the true ruler of life. This mystical stone tests the path of luck. So, are you the true master of your life? You know, lately I've been chalking up any of my misfortunes to bad luck and having it be completely out of my control. And it's kind of comforting. But then it's also how much of my good fortune was just luck instead of my own work, you know? Sorry, we're getting into deep stuff now. I'm just gonna move on. Going to bed early is a waste of time for a lively soul. This dream maker makes night fun. Fine, so it is broken and does not work. That is a drawback. Come on, use your imagination. Okay, this odd rock is completely filled with nostalgia. None can dispute the magical powers of this stone. Can the day when this rock rules the entire universe be far away? Far away or close? When I get near this captivating treasure, I can't stop myself from spinning it over and over again. I shouldn't spin such a valuable treasure, but it's so hard to have self-control. From now on, instead of actually spinning it, I'll just imagine I'm doing it instead. Wow, this is so much fun. Olimar has mastered, finding ways to amuse himself, I guess, in his own head. This produces a mysterious, shape-induced mental effect in all living creatures. You simply must rotate it. Spin, 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 spin. What fun it must be. I can't believe I had the fortune to find this thing buried underground. It looks like a component of a huge mechanical doll. It looks just like a part from a robot in a cartoon I used to watch as a kid. How nostalgic. This futuristic machine makes me feel like I've traveled back in time. That's funny. This relic rose directly from the sands of time. Its shape invokes waves of sweet nostalgia. Middle-aged men throughout the universe harken back to the days of their youth and grin. They pass on their tales to the next generation, filling them with adventure and romance. Sure. Since I landed on this planet, I've encountered countless treasures that remind me of my childhood. I wonder why that is. I think it's because the objects we're discovering look just like the things I had as a kid. This is one of those items. I mean, it looks like a top, right? Red, the color of memories, of sunsets at the end of the day, of play, of pure embarrassment. What do you... Huh? I guess when I think of memories, one of the first things I think of are embarrassing moments, but that took a turn I wasn't expecting. The other day, I accidentally threw away my son's favorite toy. Astounding. He wouldn't stop crying. Some things that seem unimportant to adults are treasures to kids. When I was a boy, I'm sure I felt the same way about my favorite things. Now, my family is my treasure. Aww. Olimar, that's adorable. No matter how old you grow, you will ever remember the treasures of childhood. Take this gift. Absolutely, will do. When I observe this object, I can't stop myself from tearing up. I wonder why. It's hard to say. But it might be because some of these items remind me of the past. This is a very wistful, like, nostalgia-driven section here. Remember your treasured toys? You took such good care of them, but some broke anyway. For some reason, this green gyro brings back those memories and causes your heart to quiver. Not gonna lie, there are some childhood toys I remember losing, and it still, like, gives me that feeling, just because I remember how sad I felt at the time. Like, obviously I'm not sad anymore about it, but I can remember how sad I was at the time. When I was a kid, I always wanted my toys to be blue. Blue is such a cool color. I agree. Children throughout the universe are captivated by the very thought of this cool blue disc. Poketate toy makers are swamped with orders for this popular item. Very nice. Game froze, I'm just gonna give it a moment. I always check my recording whenever that happens to make sure it's still recording. Anyway, yesterday we ventured into a spooky hole. Previously, all of the organisms we encountered were massed together in one cave. I had not divided the Pikmin by color and utilized their unique abilities, I would never have made it out alive. In memory of my daring adventure, I've named that hole the Hole of Heroes. Fantastic. One of my favorite dungeons in the game, that's for sure. Feel the joy that only collectors can savor, the happiness for those who have found them all. Enjoy this wonderful feeling to your heart's content. How much longer is this video gonna be? Has it been like an hour yet? When do I stop? Oh no, I'm actually close to the end. Okay, I'm actually close to the end. But this is gonna be a long one. Long section. This product looks like many others, or so it may seem. In fact, it is very different. Can you explain how? Those who know will understand. Be one of the lucky ones to try out this product. It's so funny. I'm cracking up if you can't tell. Unrevealed tastes from undiscovered worlds. These unknown tastes of ocean's plenty are now in this container. You, a connoisseur of true taste, must try this. Jesus Christ. In man's heart, good and bad coexist. This conflict has made the mind of mankind into a complicated thing. It brought us war, but also culture and civilization. And here I stand worrying. Should I open the containers in front of me and try eating the contents, or should I stand firm? Only you can answer that, Olimar. This calls out to be opened, peeked inside, and tasted. This temptation-filled item is perfect for those who wish to test the strength of their resolve. I'm not so sure I would pass the test. Professionals with decades of experience in container transport all agree this is the mother of all containers. The ultimate perfect container. Maybe. I don't know. What makes a container perfect? This charming taste will blow you away. It's the real taste, the true taste as guaranteed by our company experts. Cool. Glad to hear it. Everyone makes mistakes. Sometimes desire overpowers reason. At least that's what I told myself when I sampled this salty snack. No matter how much you eat, this magic container is never empty. So go ahead and have a bite. Captain Olimar and his crony used this excuse. They later issued a written apology. His crony? His name's Louis. Jesus. The ultimate in reverse psychology. If it's too open, nobody wants to steal it. It's a shame, though, that the contents are so clearly visible. The contents of the container spin at the speed of light. That means the progress of time is almost zero, and the best before date is extended to the generation of your grandchildren. That's so funny, he explains the way the best before date that's written on the cartridge. Also, how can you read it? They've never been able to read the text on these things before. I guess numbers are the universal language. But they wouldn't be able to know our dating system. I'm overthinking it. I'm overthinking this game. Okay. The interior of this container ignores the physical laws of size and becomes indefinite space. No, it does not. All objects placed in it become indefinitely big and indefinitely small. There's some like Schrodinger's quantum physics going on there. A packed-to-the-brim food container. According to legend, the discoverer of this item found it and immediately began to drool. Well, Olimar discovered it, so let's see if he drooled. Yesterday, the ship accused me of sampling all the food we've been collecting. That ship has a lot of nerve. There's a lot of, like, shit talk happening between all these characters. It's kind of hilarious. To be used only for those who have nothing to hide. A personal container with an open design. Well, if it's always empty. Whatever. A food storage tank of bewitchingly titanic size. As legend has it, this item is so captivating that the discoverer tried to claim it for himself. Stop slandering Olimar. Super mega size. The large volume is overwhelming, tempting a really massive food tank. Am I, like, losing it? Or are these slowly starting to not make sense? Like, even more than usual. This food pack makes you want to throw all dietary restrictions out the window and take a bite. Sure. According to recent statistics, the elderly people on Hokitate love to eat sweets. To spite them, young people are eating all the spicy food they can get their hands on. Just looking at this artifact makes my mouth feel spicy. When I bring it back, it's sure to be all the rage with surly teens everywhere. Tonight, I think I'll practice signing autographs. Olimar, don't try to be popular with the young'uns. Alright, it's just not gonna work. Uncontrollable drooling, uncontrollable drooling. Cannot stop, cannot stop. Interfacing with this ad gives me a non-stop case of drooling. I lie, machines cannot drool. We know this. Behold the overwhelming power of monochrome yellow. Spiciness fills both the eyes and mouth, irresistible. They seem to correlate the color yellow with spiciness. I don't understand that. For me, it's red. This cryptic design contains a link between sight and taste that is unknown on Hokitate. According to the psychology of unknown shapes, gazing at this will let you taste the unknown. Okay, man. Whatever you say. There are several different patterns drawn on this object's surface. They appear to be characters or letters, but I can't make any sense of them. This is just an educated guess, but I wonder if this object is a kind of alien bulletin board. The size of the object seems about right for it. Yeah, well, if only you knew how large the aliens who actually created it are, then you would see the fault in that logic. Perhaps this is some ancient billboard, but perhaps not. Its authenticity may be in question, but if you can use it for inspiration, you may become a top flight and executive. Dude, what are you talking about? And we're at the final treasures. Wow, long video, but it was worth it. I had fun. Let's read these final journal entries. This shocker is one of the several weapons wielded by the nightmarish Titan Dweevil. It allowed the creature to smite Pikmin with zafts of lightning. This nanotech device gathers negative ions in the atmosphere and converts them into energy. It then releases that energy. Zap. Use it to relieve muscle soreness and joint stress. One warning, however, it does render the user unconscious. That's a bit intense, don't you think? This scorching mechanism was once used by a monstrous Titan Dweevil. The roasting apparatus spews out hot jets of flame. I can't keep Louis away from it. He keeps trying to use it to cook sausages and caramelize creme brulee. Creme brulee. Jesus Christ, that's funny. In the compressed air cylinder of this flamethrower, liquid gas is lit, producing the fire that gives the weapon its name. It is very dangerous, and good kids know not to play with it. In case you wonder, it cannot be used as a substitute for a spaceship's rockets, and should never be used to cook sausages. Never. They know this because Louis tried. Louis is a cook. We'll get into that. He is a bona fide chef, I think. This fiendish component was used by the Titan Dweevil. Although it was once a primitive chemical weapon, it is now a weapon of mass hilarity. Can you explain? You cannot see it, you cannot smell it, yet this weapon would steal your life, given the chance. At least it used to, until I shrewdly exchanged this poisonous gas for hilarious laughing gas. Yay! Grabbed it with an eye for safety. It is the funniest weapon ever devised. That's so funny, they just turned a chemical weapon into laughing gas. This savage water pump was just one of many weapons wielded by the Titan Dweevil. This pump is capable of spraying jets of hyper-pressurized water. This item automatically detects subterranean waterways, even if the water is buried a mile deep. This monster pump draws liquid any distance, and its almost uncontrollable power is fantastic. And treasure number I've been talking too much. Treasure 201, King of Bugs, Louis himself. Where the tempo goes. Louis is back. Somehow he survived a horrific ordeal with a freakishly large weapon-wielding Titan Dweevil. I entered a hole with an army of ferocious Pikmin, grimly determined to save Louis from the Titan Dweevil, but it seems that he was perfectly fine all along. I can't understand how he managed to avoid being eaten. He's always had an unusually close connection with insects, and I know he loves to cook them. Maybe he wasn't kidnapped after all. Could he have been controlling that beast all along? No, that's craziness. Although he does insist now that we address him by his proper title, the King of Bugs. That's an interesting theory, Olimar, but what would be the point? A new employee of Hokotate Freight. Louis is often silent. Nobody knows what thoughts lurk in his mind. He appears to operate on the same wavelength as insects, often with dangerous results. After he was kidnapped, he somehow managed to hijack a colossal insect's brain. Yes! Popular fan theory, Louis was controlling the Titan Dweevil during the final boss fight. Which begs the question, why would Louis want to kill Olimar, the president, and the Pikmin? What reason could he possibly have? What reason could he possibly have to be left behind in that one part of the game? Because it does seem like he intentionally stayed behind rather than Olimar forgetting him. Very strange hints for Louis' backstory, and there are more to come. This won't be the final video. But yeah, it's just something fascinating that the game handles with a lot of subtlety. Anyways, in the next video, we'll look at the remaining creatures, and we unlocked Louis' notes, as you can see at the bottom there, which he has for every single creature in the game. So it's gonna be another long video. I'm missing 3 enemies. What? But Louis' notes are all about how to cook and prepare the creatures for meal recipes, so that's hilarious. I will see you guys then. Thank you for watching this super long video. I felt I wanted to do all the treasures in one go though, instead of dividing them up into multiple parts, just so people who aren't interested don't have to deal with all the videos being posted. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next bonus video. Bye now.